I use for my family. Power oil, healthy for you.
Indomitable. I am indomitable. I am indomitable.
You are the indomitable generation, and this Indomitables pack is for you.
We are indomitable, we got a great future. We are unstoppable, yes, we are indomitable. We are indomitable, we got great future. We are unstoppable, we are indomitable. We are indomitable, we got great future. We are unstoppable, we are indomitable.
Indomie, tasty nutrition, good for you.
Welcome back, and remember that all the details on all our top stories and other programs are on our website. It's channelstv.com and on youtube.com/channelsweb. But if you're on the move, then visit m.channelstv.com to view us live on an iPad, an iPhone, or a BlackBerry. Remember, you can also download the Channels TV app for Android and Nokia 920 from their respective stores. A reminder here also that you can now interact with Channel's Eyewitness feature on our Android and Windows 8 platforms. So if you have a picture or video to share with us, then download the Channels TV Android application on your device. Swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu and follow the instructions to share your report, pictures and your videos. Well, the proposed national dialogue is still drawing reactions from different quarters. Niger Delta activist Ankyo Briggs is obviously excited about the conference, but she's advocating a total focus on the entity of Nigeria. Ms. Briggs, who was guest on our breakfast show Sunrise Daily, believes all Nigerians will have to sacrifice something to see the nation move forward.
The problem we are having today is one group of people from a particular area feeling that the final decision about what happens to Nigeria is their sole right and authority, and it is not so. It doesn't matter your number in your ethnic group. Once you finish with your ethnicity, you are a Nigerian. And how does Nigeria move forward? And we all are equal in Nigeria. As Nigerians, we should have an open mind as to what will work best for Nigeria. Should we have regionalism? Should we have a level of self-determination? Should we have resource ownership? Should we pay a level of tax the way we're supposed to, decentralize? So these are the sacrifices that Nigerians must make, because primarily the people who are politicians are Nigerians. They are first Nigerians before they are politicians, so they should put their political ambition at the back burner and put the ambition of Nigerians, of which they are a part of, as the most critical issue today in Nigeria.
Niger Delta activist Ankyo Briggs. Now, education of the girl child and the prosecution of the perpetrators of violence against women was one of the issues in focus today in Lagos as Nigerians joined the rest of the world to mark the International Day of the Girl Child. This is its second edition since it was initiated by the United Nations. Well, this year's theme, Innovating for Girls' Education, was a reminder for young girls in Nigeria that they hold a place in the management of the country's affairs. Our correspondent, Loretta Chogo, tells us more.
Democracy.
She's a human rights activist with much concern centered on crimes against the woman. Her words, though encouraging, may never produce the desired result if not put into action.
Impunity has been on for a very, very long time. The inability to bring those who have perpetrated heinous acts like rape, violence, have emboldened those perpetrators. So we are going to stand firm as one in saying that all those who have perpetrated heinous acts must be brought to book.
All of these words were backed up with a film titled Girl Rising, a United Nations production. Though the cameras were restricted from filming, the over 1 hour film reminds the girls of the power in education.
The girl child needs empowerment. The girl child needs to be in the school. In fact, that is why the Secretary General of the United Nations, Mr. Ban Ki-moon, launched the Global Education First initiative to ensure that every child is educated, every child is taken to school, especially girls.
What worries me is we're not conscious of the fact that we are playing around with our children's lives and their futures and the future of this country. I mean, look at a young girl who's married very young and she goes into a store or something and picks something up and she doesn't see there's a warning on it. She can't read properly. There are all sorts of dangers to herself and to her children.
And if the words of some of these girls are anything to go by, then Nigeria and the entire world may soon witness a radical change and more involvement from this class.
I think the best I can do is, I've always had a passion to be a politician, so the best I can do is give out my word to those that are less fortunate.
I always believe and say to myself, I will be the first female president of Nigeria. But my friends, especially boys, will tell me I can't be that. When will I ever see a female really in Nigeria? But I believe deep inside myself that I can be, and I would be if I want to be. But I want to study mass communication and be a presenter, and mostly be an inspirational speaker to inspire people outside to believe in themselves and become the master of their own destinies.
In achieving these dreams, paying attention to the foundation of the girl child and of course their male counterparts must begin from the home. Loretta Chiogo, Channels Television News.
Get involved in politics. Those are the words of peer leaders in the just concluded One World Summit in South Africa, as many countries around the world, including Nigeria, go through the processes of election and governance. Ahead of next year's summit in Dublin, Ireland, delegates, all under the age of 30, expressed hope that government's representation will be more tangible at such dialogue sessions as the Johannesburg summit. Our South Africa correspondent Betty Dibia reports.
In today's world of protest bar, clicktivism, and a very vibrant global debate platform in cyberspace, who says the youths are not interested in politics and governance?
Our generation will inherit a society built by others unless we take an active role in envisioning and shaping our future. What is your vision for your country in 2040? What is your blueprint for change? How can you think impact?
Is the United Nations relevant, obsolete, or not sure? Please vote now.
The delegates, all under 30, also had an opportunity to rate the major global institutions with regard to their relevance and other parameters. Only the World Health Organization got top marks in their views.
The heads of global institutions should engage with One Young World ambassadors and attend the 2014 summit in Dublin. Agree or disagree? Vote now.
Get involved and don't be used. Ashish Damle, 26, from India, got elected as a councillor in his local municipality at 22. He's still active.
Today, youngsters on Facebook do write, I hate politics, but I want them to say that I will change politics. This can make a big difference. So let's take up a challenge, let's be a responsible youth, and let's be a part of politics. Jai Hind.
In line with the former UN Secretary General's call for them to keep talking to their political leaders, I asked, what would you say to world leaders if you had to stand before them today?
Principles like self-determination to take precedence over principles of, like old principles of sovereignty. Maybe it's time for equality to take precedence over profit, and for a world to be more human-oriented than power or money-oriented.
Young people are not taken seriously in the continent of Africa, and they need to be supported by the current leaders.
I would ask them to be more mindful of the issues that are not only a problem today, but the ones that are going to be an issue in 20 years and 40 years. I think there's a lot of short-term